speak with passion and a camera shaking. Okay. Today is the end of a something. Oh my. Today is the official end of Streamer University 2026. And man, has it been a rough ride. And it has been my first ride on on Streamer University, as I did not watch last year's. So this is my first time being introduced to this. I haven't watched anything before. It was my first time. Here is my basic rundown of everything that happened. Streamer University, this event is hosted by the one, the only, Kai Cenat. One of the biggest streamers of the last couple, 5 years, and biggest streamer, ever. He has hosted an event called Streamer University, and when you bring in a bunch of popular creators and a bunch of people that want to be streamers all into a building, stuff happens. A lot of crazy stuff happens. And it's been picking up a lot of traction recently with big names like Lacey, Ronaldo, Your Rage, Verkai, all these people coming to this event. It's just been a big moment in entertainment history. But bringing all these people into a college lifestyle, things get out of hand. You know, there were fights, parties, people running up and down, people getting arrested, expelled. So much has happened. And not to mention that all of this has only been happening for 6 days. This whole thing stretches only 6 days, yet on the first day, there was so much stuff happening that it was very hard to follow. But before we get started about talking about the actual university, we have to go over the auditions. The auditions were crazy. So when Streamer U 2026 was announced, auditions began almost immediately, and people were rushing to get a spot, rushing. There were online and in-person auditions, and a lot of people came to, the in-person auditions, the lines were stretched out for so long, and this was also around the time of the World Cup, so it was absolutely insane. Kai had to shut down things early because there was just too much people going to these events, and it was crazy. Those lines were long and stuff. And not to be mean, but I don't remember seeing the lines to college applications looking this long. But everybody's trying to get their bag, everybody's trying to get their stream, so I gotta respect that. And I'm guessing these auditions were to basically show Kai that you were able to build a platform, but you just need that little help to go the extra mile, or that, you created content, because it's not just, Twitch streaming. You could be a YouTuber, TikToker, you can be anything, just as long as you're a content creator. You could possibly get into Streamer University. But a lot of people seem to miss that point, because I would say 80% of the people that applied have never created a single piece of content before.
And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm seeing a lot of people that never, ever did content a day in their life applying for Streaming University. How do y'all expect to get in Streaming University and you ain't never dropped content a day in your life?
What? That's like showing up to a job without a resume. You didn't, you have to have something. And they really thought that they were gonna get in. They really thought something was gonna happen. And some people were so desperate to get attention that there were a lot of fake AI acceptance letters going around on TikTok and stuff, with people pretending that they got in. And Kai actually got really pissed off about this. Because what are you doing? It doesn't even make any sense, because Kai reveals, he does a list on his stream. He goes over at all the names of everybody that's going in. So why are we creating these fake acceptance letters when we can just watch the live stream to know if you got in or not? That was really stupid. That was really dumb. And people were just trying to clout chase. And don't get me started on when people didn't get in. People were legit mad, chanting on streets. This girl was wearing some clown makeup and just holding up traffic because Kai didn't let her in. And it's like, you are a clown. You're literally a clown. Like, just because you didn't get in does not mean the end of the world, by the way. There's always next year. You can always improve your content so that Kai Cenat may invite you the next time. But like, if you go out there and start acting the fool and then apply for next year and Kai sees that you did that, he will not accept you. Now, for everybody that got in, I know a lot of people have the same opinion as me, but I don't know what to think about big creators coming to Streamer University, because I seen it as an event for like a lot of people that have small communities. Like, you have a community, but you're not like averaging like over 2,000 viewers, streamers. You're just growing your channel. And I feel like a good 30% of the applicants have already reached a point of streaming where they don't really need Streamer University. They're just there for entertainment. And I completely get why Kai would accept people like that into Streamer U, because people think that it's going to be boring without any big names. Because, I mean, like, if you see, like, Lacey and people, like, on the title, you're going to click on it versus people you don't know. And I understand that. But I do think that it was a lot. It was a lot of big streamers, and it kind of, like, overshadowed the smaller streamers. But I understand, it's like a necessary evil. But you can't have too much big streamers, because as you're gonna see, like, I'm gonna talk about it later, they aren't always the best. You know, I'm gonna talk about it now, actually. People like Rakai, I think I saw clips of him. I didn't watch his stream. I saw clips of him, like, he literally was causing chaos the moment he stepped onto campus. And, you know, there was a whole bunch of drama with Lacey and this girl, like making his ACL injury worse. I didn't even know Lacey had an ACL injury before coming into this. And Kai, I don't really know. I can't really tell, like, whenever he's pressed or not. Because, you know, there are some clips going around of him basically being like, you know, I'm gonna have to start expelling people for all this partying and stuff. But then, like, I would see clips of him at the dang parties, chilling, and I'm like, I don't know if he's actually upset, or if is it just a bit or not. I can't really take Kai seriously, because he's just a very exaggerated person. So, I'm gonna really mix feelings about, about how he's treating the craziness. Like, I don't know if he likes it or not. I don't know if anybody actually got expelled. I just saw clips of it. But okay, now we have been accepted into Streamer University, and we will be flying out to Ohio, where there's nothing. There's nothing in Ohio. Like, I mean, I've heard of, what, Cleveland and Cincinnati. Is that where the Big Bean is? No, that's a whole different state. But I know nothing about Ohio other than the brain rot jokes. But, you know, you finally get onto campus, you get to see all these cool streamers that you admire, and, you know, you just can't wait. You know, you just can't wait to learn from them. You just can't wait to actually go to class and learn from these big streamers, because that was the whole point of getting here.
Where's Bonnie?
Wait, are you Bonnie's cameraman?
Is she,
Bonnie?
Is she sleeping? Possibly.
She slept through my class.
What room?
You're not hungry. See? How you know I skip class if you don't even know my name?
I looked through.
And how you know?
I looked through every single person in my class. I took attendance. You didn't show up.
Okay. But it's your loss. Like, do you, not to toot Ludwig's horn too much, but do you know who you're talking to? People aren't even at Streamer University and they're watching Ludwig's class. You have the privilege of being there in person, being able to ask him literally anything, and you don't even go to class, bro?
No. Everybody just wants to party, run around, and cause chaos. And I'm not judging. I am judging. It's my opinion. Okay, you don't have to take what I say for granted. Okay, it's just me. A lot of people were just there to clip farm and rage farm and everything, and it works. It honestly works. I can see why they're doing it, but like they couldn't. But like, the least you can do is show up to like the classes. It was Cinna or Valkyrie, one of them. Somebody sent their cameraman to go to class for them while they slept in their room. And it's like, at that point, why didn't you just not show up at that point? Because I feel like that's really disrespectful to people like that. And I feel like Ludwig who's a professor, he was taking it the most seriously. I think he was the most serious about everything. I watched over his classes, and it was actually really, really educational and stuff, and I'm gonna have to rewatch over them. I admire him because he's successful, but he seems to be like one of the only ones taking things seriously. People aren't going to classes, and like not even like a full day into the first day, there was already parties and rumors and people trying to spread drama, and it was a lot. It was a lot to watch, especially for my first time with no prior experience. I'm sorry, I'm playing with freaking coins in the background. I feel like I have ADHD, but yeah, there was a lot going on, and people were telling Kai about these parties, and look, like I said before, I really don't know if he is actually mad or not. I really can't tell. I really can't tell you. But other than the professors, you know, like Cinna, Valkyrie, Ludwig, Mr. Prince, I think like librarian makes sense, guidance counselor, it was some kind of counselor, you know, there's campus police and all these other positions. But then I saw, like, I went on the website, I saw that there were club leaders. Like, what clubs are in Streamer University? Like, I know, I saw Lacey playing Fortnite, and then I think, was it Your Rage or somebody playing Marvel Rivals? Is there a gaming club? I think. That makes sense. But then I saw this clip of Kai Cenat, and it's just him talking about, like, his basketball. Apparently it's a basketball club. Like, how? There's only 6 days. Does it still go on after the 6 days? Is it just a 6-day season? Because that would be really short. I don't know, and I didn't watch any of the club leaders. I don't remember anything about the clubs. I don't know what their purpose was. I think they were just there to spread gossip and snitch on people. I think that was the whole thing. But I am getting off topic. So, near the end of all of this, Kai Cenat says that 2020, oh my god, I almost said season 27. 2027 Streamer University is happening.
And that is Streamer University 2027 will be taking place in Europe. Go ahead.
And it's going to Europe. Okay, I know we have our EU creators out there. I don't know any off the top of my head. I know Morgs, but I don't think he does anything anymore. But yeah, Streamer University is at 2027. It's at Europe. I'm talking too much. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what's going to be going on over there. I don't know about applying. I have to see where I'm going to be at in next year to even think about doing that, because IRL content just looks really hard to me. Like, I know the cameraman, like people with their cameramans, like I felt really bad for them because they just had to sit out there holding like a 50-pound camera in the hot sun. I really felt bad for them, and I don't know if I'd be able to do this seriously. I can't see myself doing that. I can't. I might want to do IRL content, but I just can't see myself doing that. But yes, I'm glad that someone like Kai, like, he isn't my age, but he's not too far from my age. I'm glad that somebody like Gen Z has made such a big, like, event that, you know, people can, like, benefit off of. Because, you know, it's really hard being a streamer now, because it's like, if you are starting at the bottom, it is extremely hard to get famous without clip farming, hate farming, and everything. Doing it the legitimate way, like someone like how Jinxie and Queso did it, that's basically extinct. Like, we might see another one or two within the next couple years, but the average streamer that's not gonna happen. But, you know, with Kai Cenat, it's gonna be a lot easier to get that exposure, because someone that I like, World Kaylee, she got accepted in, and I'm pretty sure she's doing even better than she has ever been. But yeah, and that's all I really got to say. It was pretty fun watching it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, don't forget to smile.